Morning, friends. So today I'm trying something different. I don't often bring any kind of supported standing forward fold or supported downward facing dog. And it's kind of in the restorative postures. So let's see how this feels in our own bodies. We'll start there and then we'll move into more of a supported forward fold class. A lot of releasing. I think about like gravity pulling the thoughts out of our head. And so I think this sounds like a really interesting class. All that being said, make sure you have like blocks and bolsters so that you can feel supported in your forward folds and your downward facing dog. I'm going to use a chair here to help me with my forward fold. We'll be holding these for quite some time. Obviously, the standing posture's not as long as the other postures, but I just want you to make sure that you have a lot of support around you. And we're going to start in the supported forward fold. So please come all the way up to standing. And then make your way into your forward fold in a way that you feel quite supported. Your head is supported. You could use a block to support your head as well. You could use many bolsters. As I mentioned, I'm choosing to use a chair. Bring your attention to the backs of your legs. And let's focus on the breath. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths in. And nice, long, slow, deep breaths out. Know that the point of restorative is not to feel a stretch. It's not to have a posture look a certain way. The practice of restorative is to calm the nervous system. I talk a lot about the nervous system, a lot about the fact that a majority of us are in a chronic fight or flight, constantly on guard, our bodies just like waiting for the next thing based on this financial system, this political system that in the last few years has just been heightened, worsened. And I bring it up so that you can start to tune into your body. With the practice of yoga, the idea is to bring us back into our body. The idea is to support us in being embodied. And yet, a majority of us are in our heads. We're more thinking about being embodied. We're more thinking about what does the body look like and is it perfect and what does this person think? The more that we live in this world of being in our head, the more the body tries to get our attention. The body will speak louder and louder, and we live in this incredible age where we can just take more things to not listen. So can you be in your body in this forward fold? Can you be with the sensation? Maybe or maybe not. For me right now, I'm like, okay, I want to move. Okay, I don't want to do this anymore. And I don't want this to be in a way that it reinstates or reacts to get you into fight or flight. I just want you to feel. I want you to feel your legs. I want you to feel the support. I want you to notice if there's tension in your body, if there's discomfort. Like for right now, I can feel discomfort in my left shoulder. I can feel shaking in the backs of my legs. I can feel heaviness in my feet. And I'm just gonna be with those things. We're not gonna be here much longer. I'm just gonna be with those things. I'm gonna acknowledge those things. This is what it feels like to be in my body. Wherever you are, release your hands down to the mat. Oh, re-engage. Walk out the legs. Come into a forward fold. And then plant the palms on the mat and walk the feet back. Come into a downward facing dog. If you can, grab your bolsters or a block, place it in between your arms, and then rest your head in your bolsters or the block. Coming into a supported downward facing dog. And please take the time. For me, I'm not feeling much, so I think I need one more bolster. Yeah, there we go. Mm-hmm. Now we won't be here long at all. You can walk out your legs if that feels good. Roll your shoulders down your spine. Release the heels down towards the mat. Take a couple more breaths here. And then bend your knees. Bring the big toes to touch. Take the knees out as wide as your mat. Walk the bolsters in between your legs. Lay over them, come into a supported child's pose. Turn your head to one side. Breathe. Nice, long, slow, deep breath in. Nice, long, slow, deep breath out. Lift your head and turn your head to the other side. Stay with the mindfulness and the chill that is required here for purposeful restorative practice, and slowly start to come out. Plant the palms on the mat and lift up, keeping the bolsters right where they are in front of you. Come back onto your bum and bring your legs out nice and wide on either side of the bolsters. Pull the bolsters in towards you. Find your supported straddle fold. Again, remember the focus here is not to find as much of a stretch as you possibly can. What we are focusing on is supported forward folds in different positions to hit different key areas within our bodies. Allow yourself to just let go. The way the nervous system works, it's very intermingled with the fascial system. And the idea here is that we are constantly processing. You may have heard me say this before or not, but sometimes it's repetition that's really key to get the concept. As you are sitting here completely supported in your forward fold, I want you to feel your body. Start to connect to where you are feeling. Right now, this posture, I feel it in the backs of my legs and my lower back. It's quite easy to process in the moment the logistics of any moment. It's very difficult to process the emotions or the somatic sensations of each moment, especially when one is in fight or flight. And as I've mentioned repeatedly, I think that a majority of us are in a chronic state of fight or flight. Therefore, a majority of us are not processing our emotions. And since they need to be processed, interestingly enough, that saying you have to feel it to heal it it's legit. The nervous system says, okay, I'll just take these emotions you're not dealing with right now and I'll store them for you to deal with later. And the thing here is that, most of the time prior to nowadays, when someone would settle after a nervous system engagement, then it would turn off and then there would be processing that would happen. And that is not how we live our lives nowadays. So the emotions are stored, but like how much space do we have in our body to store those emotions? Those emotions often felt as tension. After years of tension and years of storing, the body says like, "Hey dude, you're holding on to me. We need to like process this." And so there can be like flashbacks or sensations, even just emotion. It doesn't even really matter where it's coming from. And within yin, a completely different practice, we're like trying to break through blockages. But within restorative, all we're trying to do is support the body in a way that tension can actually just melt. By supporting the front body, the back body is open to let go, to release. And according to yoga and the research that I've done, we receive with the back of the body. We give with the front and we receive with the back, which is why so many people have tension in the back. I want you to really connect to your props. I want you to really connect to your support, and I want you to let go of that armor. Allow yourself to receive, to be open to receive. The way that you can tell if you are open to it, if I say to you right now, like, "You're so beautiful and I love you so much, you're such an inspiration," are you like, "Yeah, I am?" Or are you like, "No, you are." If you how you do anything is how you do everything, and if you cannot accept a compliment in this moment, then you're probably not accepting of abundance, you're probably not accepting of love, you're probably not accepting of many, many things. And it's really easy to just start with accepting compliments instead of saying no or coming back with something, just saying thank you. Take a few more breaths here. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths in. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths out. And lift your head, plant your palms, and then take the bolsters all the way over onto your left leg. Plant your palms one arm on side. Plant your palms on either side of your legs, and then turn your chest to face your left foot. And start to fold over the bolsters, facing the left foot. Again, coming to that support. Find as much support as you possibly can in the posture. Let go of any engagement. Feel free to even rest your head on one side. One more breath and lift your head and switch sides. Just take all of the bolster all the way over to the other side. Plant your hands on either side of your leg. Turn your chest to face your foot. And then once again, come into a supported forward fold, chest facing the right foot. And find the posture the most comfortable and supported that you can. Even turn your head to rest to one side. One more breath. We come back up to seated. Bring both of the legs together and set yourself up in your final forward fold here, coming into Paschimottanasana. Do whatever you need to let go of tension, to let go of any engagement. Let the feet fall open, double up bolsters, do whatever it is that you need to do, and then settle into the posture. If you have your head to one side, feel free to turn it to the other side. And center this forward fold with a back bend before we end the class. We'll slowly start to come out of the posture. My the posture we're gonna do is mountain brook pose, but I know sometimes that can be a lot for some people's backs. So you could do a supported fish if that felt good to you, where the bolster is vertical. The one that we're going to do is where the bolster is horizontal. So you'll bring the bolster to the bottom of your butt and the top of your butt, and then lay back over the bolsters, bringing your head onto the mat. If you don't feel comfortable, you can bring something under your head to lift your head up. Again, you can change the bolsters any way that you wish. Come into your back bend, really being present to your back. Again, if this is too much, you can also remove any bolster from underneath your back. We've just been doing a long, long time of forward folds. So, in being embodied, that means you're present to the sensations of your body. Tune in. What do you feel and where? If you feel tension, explore it. Any other sensations, really dive in. What is it trying to tell you? Can you let go of any gripping, any holding on, and just be supported by the postures and supported by the ground? Can you just let go here? Let's move into our final resting posture. Please take your time removing the bolster from behind your back and just adding it to the bolsters under your legs, bringing the legs up as high as you possibly can to release the psoas muscles. Add a blanket, any other type of props that you may be wishing you had here will enhance your experience. Find your way into your shavasana and totally let go here. Stay in your body and listen to what it has to say to you. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Turn your head from side to side. Bring your knees up into your chest and hug them in. Roll from side to side. Eventually roll onto one side. Use your bicep as a pillow. Take a deep breath here. And then use the strength of one of your hands to push yourself all the way up to seated. And keep your eyes nice and heavy. Roll your shoulders down your spine or rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. Take a nice, long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. Let it out with a sigh. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Return to normal breathing and bring your hands together at the center of your chest and bow your head. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice. From my heart to yours. Namaste.